I challenge you not to scream while watching The Black Phone. It's so scary and so intense. Here's my review of Blumhouse's new terrifying suspense thriller, The Black Phone. Mason Thames plays Finney, a young boy who's grieving his mother's death, has an alcoholic father at home, and a sister to protect from his father's abuse. And the kid can't catch a break because he also has 3 bullies at school that he's petrified of. His best friend knows martial arts, and he does his best to fend off Finn's bullies for a while, but when his best friend is snatched up by the grabber, Finn's left to fend for himself and fight his own battles. The grabber, brilliantly played by Hawke, is a predatory child snatcher that has been abducting teen boys all over Denver for years. Finn's sister Gwen, played by Madeline Scene Stiller McGraw, sees visions and prophecies, clues about the grabber's previous victims. But her father demands that she suppress her telepathic gift because that same gift is what drove her mother to suicide. But when the grabber kidnaps Finn, Gwen secretly conjures these visions to find her brother before it's too late. This film is so suspenseful and chilling, with jump scares guaranteed to make you scream. I was not the only one in this screening who screamed. And if you grew up during the 70s and 80s, it will surely resonate with you. Those days when you saw those creepy vans that would haunt an entire city. Director Scott Dickerson filmed this from the child point of view. The perspective is from the young characters, very much like E.T. and It. Decisions weren't made by the adults in the story. Even the cops relied on the precognitive premonitions of young Gwen to help investigate the case. The camera angles aren't haughty and don't hover from an adult's viewpoint. Adults have, to my mind, adults have intuitive and protective instincts that are trauma riddled. And what's so creative about Dickerson's brilliant direction is you won't yell at the screen expecting the kid to make decisions you would make knowing what you know today. It is an interactive story though. You trust that the kid will figure it all out and escape alive. And that's what I like about the groundwork the director left and the tone that was set in the beginning, in the first act. You're rooting for this kid, but you are sitting back letting him figure it out. And Finn is a victim who doesn't know what to do. He must rely on previous victims who communicate with him through an unwired phone, much like a Ouija board. His sister Gwen channels information from these same victims to help her brother escape or to help the cops figure out and investigate the cases. Finn's got to use all the tools these dead victims left behind to escape imminent death. There's a ticking time clock and he's got to escape on time. This film is so suspenseful. And I like that the grabber doesn't have a backstory. This isn't exactly his story. He alludes to being trapped in this basement or a similar basement as a child, but that's all you get from him. We don't need to know why he's doing this. We don't have to know why. He's already evil. We don't need to know why he's evil, and I love that about this story. This is about Finn learning to fight back against his enemies. There's one particular beat I didn't like, which is one of the final beats with his dad. I could tell that this was a note from the studio to accommodate the dad for being abusive. I personally didn't need that. I don't believe that co-writers Dickerson and C. Robert Cargill thought absolving the dad was a natural instinct to end the story with. It felt like a studio note. All in all, The Black Phone is a fantastic film. It's so terrifying. You must see this film on the big screen. This is one of the best suspense thrillers of the year. On a grading scale, I give The Black Phone an A. Fantastic film. If you stuck around this long, thank you so much. I certainly appreciate you. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And until next time.